Hello. Just let me start off by saying my apologies for taking a long time to make this video and update and post it. So Cervelo R2. If anybody has seen my last video, I did a video on the Cervelo S2, and I have recently returned it. Well, actually, I returned it a couple of months ago because I thought that bike was not the best fit for me. And now we are left with the Cervelo R2. On the S2 I had this physics seat, which I put on this one. I had the white handlebar wrap, which I put on this one. And yeah, as you can tell, it is still here. So let me start off by saying, compared to the S2, I love this bike. Now that may not be true for everybody. Everybody is a different type of rider, and everybody rides for different reasons. However, I love this bike. I love how it looks. I love how it rides. I think it's just super, super cool. It's the most expensive bike I've ever bought before. So I'm very, very fond of it. I just came back from a ride, so it's a little dirty. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, so my impressions compared to the S2, I wanted to give you some impressions of why I like this bike better. And I like this bike better. The number one reason is because it is lighter. It's lighter. I find it more agile. It just zips through turns way more with way more fluidity than the S2. The reason why I bought the S2 is because the guy at the store said I'm a bigger guy, and he said that I would be able to put the power down much more easier with the S2 compared to this one. I don't know how true that is. On this bike, I absolutely fly. I go so fast. It's an excellent climber. It's just an awesome bike. I really, really like it. In terms of components, it's all the same. It has the 105 group set by Shimano. Has a FSA Gossamer crank. I put on the 105 pedals on this one as well. I got a Lesign Micro C GPS. This GPS is awesome. It's really good. It pairs with your phone. It's not expensive as like the $500-600 Garmin unit, so that's the reason why I bought it. But yeah, this bike is awesome. It's really, really light. And sorry, the another reason why I really, really like it is because you don't look like you're a serious biker when you're just cruising. Like, everybody trains, I understand that. Like, you can go out and train, and if you're training on the S2, you'll look like you fit the bill. You know what I'm saying? The R2, you can train on it, you look like you fit the bill. But if I'm cruising around with my fiance, and we're just cruising around, she has a basket on her bike, I don't look so out of place with the R2 versus the S2. The S2 looks like I'm a serious biker, and that's all I do. This one over here is very, very versatile. Such a versatile bike. You could put a carrier on the back if you wanted to, you know, and it wouldn't look out of place. So that's another big reason of why I jumped on the R2. Price difference, this one was a couple $100 cheaper than the other one. But yeah, it's an awesome bike. I like it a lot. I like it a lot more than the S2. So just to help a few people who were trying to choose between the two like I was and had a hard time, because I had such a difficult time buying my first expensive bike. I would say if you want to buy a bike and you want to start training and get into serious cycling, maybe do some races, I would get an aeroframe like the S2. If you're not so serious, but you do want to, like, you know, be able to race, get the R2, because the R2 is totally capable of racing and going really, really fast at that. The S2 is like, you know, aeroframe. If you're mostly on flat and you want to just do time trials and go and try to get the best time possible, get an aeroframe. If you just want to cruise around and have a light bike and know that when you're pedaling, you're putting down the power and your bike is going, and there's no, like, you know, not as much loss of power, I would say get the R2. It's way more of a versatile bike. I hope this video helps. If anybody has any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer right away, because I'm sure there's things that I have left out from the video. But other than that, let me know your thoughts, or if you've had a similar situation, if you were choosing between an aero frame or I forget what this is called, but I guess it's a climbing frame. Let me know. Alright, take care guys. Have a good weekend.